AP.Bren made the lineup work for them. Maybe they can do it here. This might be the case too, or some of this composition, some of the game plan strategy that maybe was safe for the playoffs is forced to come out now because of the stipulations to get to the playoffs for our remaining teams looking for those spots. We jump into game 2 here. Will we see a sweep once again from AP.Bren, or will we possibly see another game 3 to open up Saturday here?
Okay, so typical rotations, heavy duel in mid, fast clear. X-Nova's gonna get vision in purple. They know the Hayabusa's not there. It's a parallel start for the junglers. Both of them working on opposite buffs. I'm trying to see where the main difference point could be. James Max only started playing Yi Sun-shin recently in the season. His debut pick with it was last week. Week 6. Yeah, week 6 was when he first started playing Yi Sun-shin, which is wild considering the metagame surrounded the Yi Sun-shin trade for the first 2 picks.
Have we seen this matchup much, Cho versus Lapu? Because right now he's dealing with 3-Mar really well.
Based on memory, not really. When Cho side lane was showing up in the past year, Lapu wasn't as hot in the metagame just yet.
Is this going to be an assassin Cho? Like,
it is. He has
damage?
Yeah,
went for assassin, damage emblems, right?
Yeah, damage emblems. But I'm wondering what the build pattern will be. It could be, it could actually be, or maybe a hybrid.
When you do that with a Cho, you mainly just build Blade of Heptases first, right?
Yeah, just go Blade, yeah.
And then it's kind of up to you what you do next.
Yeah, because everything else will follow.
Well, Nova jumps on the 3 and puts a good chunk of them at half health that quick.
All right. So in the XP lane, you have a fighter in the Lapu and an assassin in the Cho.
Oh, they blitz it.
That's it. Clean take. 3-Mar trying to stop it with the greatest fighter, but Lord Jam compromised here. Drawn first blood on by 3-Mar.
Yeah, the double-edged sword of picking up an assassin Cho. Oh, good rotation. They sent 3-Mar alongside the Matilda to try and bother the Yi Sun-shin. So Aqua stole away the bravest fighter to help zone for the YSS.
Oh, X-Nova, he's not level 4. Okay. He's nearly there. He still has a quicksand guard, but yeah, as you know, that's the agreement there. One of the things about having a Cho, even if he does build into a hybrid build or anything, he's a little bit weak in the early game if he gets caught out, and especially if he doesn't have the flicker like he did earlier. He gets in a bad position, isn't able to go ahead and scoot on out of those things. So once again, TNC with their lineup, they're kind of I feel like the play here for them is build into the crowd control that they have with this lineup, but also the raw damage they should have early game if they get, say, a traction pulse down, or they utilize the mobility that a Matilda brings to the table. Might be one of the choices they have.
Yeah. Okay, so Lord JM ended up ironically actually leashing the purple buff for Zyda, which is something you wouldn't want to do, allowing the opposing jungler to get his buff faster because there was an attempt for you to steal it away. Still waiting to see what happens for the next objectives, as AP.Bren did get the first one. Seems like a lot of their game plans, especially like this entire series, has just been be so aggro for the turtle that James Banks can just take it without a problem. Yeah. Even though you lose bodies, at least you get the objective.
And in the early game, what they're doing is be aggro, disengage.
Yeah.
And then go again, and then disengage. Create a false sense of security, and then strike. That's been AP.Bren's MO since, again, all series long.
All right, looking at this too. Once again, Lord JM and X-Nova both having the Fury Hammers. They're able to provide some of that little extra damage to some of these squishier targets if they can. He did go ahead and force out Chaknu a little bit from that rotating for this turtle. Whoa, Shizu.
Oh, have to watch out for that. And I like that Aqua went for the rotation topside because it gives them a slight advantage, but no, they're zoned out.
There's a traction pulse, jumped onto, James Pank compromised, 3-Mar finds him, does not get taken down. Finally though, it's James Banks plus Chaknu going down, 3-Mar gets buddy, Zyda down as well, Aqua is on Shizo flickering in, taking down another, 4 for none. What has happened to AP.Bren?
And how did James Pank survive that? I thought he was surely dead.
Don't run Wolf King, second skill, perfect timing by Shizo. It gave just enough space and then he traceless in, killing spree.
Exactly, I think that was the garnish that was needed, that choice emblem. That gave him the extra health to deny 3mar the kill. I know 3mar was willing to die for it, but I don't think he saw it coming, wherein nothing he would have gotten back.
And it's crazy because off of all that, AP.Bren got the turtle, they got 4 kills, and now they ballooned the lead to almost 3K.
They got everything, Joseph.
They're cooking, man.
How did Aqua, if I'm not mistaken, did he use the Bravest Fighter as the Valentina ultimate that he stole? He's been using it.
He's been using it.
So it's actually a fighter mid lane with magic damage.
Hey, man.
It's Lapu Lapu cosplay.
It's a Lapu Lapu cosplay. It's a mage Lapu Lapu.
Yeah, and he's got a glowing wand. So like, just picture him swinging that around.
Chaknu, 3mar, even Benny are not regenerating as much as they should because of Aqua.
Just when everyone has gotten so comfortable with the metagame and how they understand how this game should be played, here comes AP.Bren with a desperate attempt to make it into the playoffs finally, and it's working.
How do I explain this in my ranked games?
Yeah.
I saw AP.Bren do it. Shut up.
Yeah.
They won, all right?
Oh, man. It's interesting to see it time and time from these fights. And part of it, too, not only is the lineup, but just the mechanics. The mechanics of AP.Bren and the players here really shining. I feel like that synergy of working and being there together, you know, if it's like we just saw from Shizu. Oh, hold on.
Nova with the conceal. Intercepted here by Benny. Aqua gets hit with a circling eagle. Aqua with the flicker and the Bravest Fighter out. TNC had enough of Aqua. That's a 4-man, 5-man gang. Now Lord JM trying to repair the situation. TNC just circling around. Mountain Shock from James. They don't want none.
Good commit. They spent a lot, though, and Turtle's about to spawn.
Okay. They go back to grab their buffs. Aqua will be up in a bit here. This might be one for TNC to go ahead and take. Then get the positioning. They've got the numbers. They got a couple purifies. It should be theirs to take.
Another
going to take a circle.
Eagle. Shizo dodging it through that wall. The dash in comes 3mar. Bravest Fighter. Shizo's compromised. He's down. Another kill. James falls. X-Nova in the back line with Lord JM taking down Zyda. X-Nova! He got that dog in him. He got Mr. 50-50. Smooths stealing away that turtle.
They left Zyda.
Oh no! And the X-Nova Lord JM, perfect gank. And X-Nova used the enhanced basic attack through sandwalking, and the concussive blast is what got the turtle.
Hey man, we talked about the roamers leading into the match. There's X-Nova doing work. 3 for 3 in the turtles for AP.Bren. I will say though, TNC, the lineup that they have, it's showing that, you know, if they get this upper hand, if they play into the utility they have, they can win a fight. Shizu?
3mar. Shocking Shizo into that brush. Shizo flickering out. Disengaging. Down bottom though. X-Nova with the help of James taking down Benny.
Okay. Just started trying to get balanced out. So much action around.
What a kick! The kick, the answer to the shadow. Zyda does survive. Close call.
Wow, that was risky. But a good kick too. They'll get some damage up there on top, but this mid lane seems to be the focus for both teams. Okay, X-Nova just taking a detour. Aqua waiting to go ahead and copy. What is he going to grab? Is he just going to continue to go and wait for that Bravest Fighter for 3mar?
Yep. I think the entry here of the Lapu Lapu is their best option for starting things off, because you're going to want to save the Guiding Wind.
Yep.
Actually, to get the Lapu Lapu or the CC out. You could interplay it. Benny Cutie could toss out the Curtain Call first, but you just have to play around the Land Shaker stunts that 3mar will inevitably get. Add to that, the Traction Pulse by the Kimmy.
I wonder if we see them try to an attempt diving under the turret or just waiting. You're 10 seconds away from this Lord. You might as well wait for it. And this is where we see, does this lineup from TNC, we've seen the team fights where they're able to run down AP.Bren. Can they do it around a Lord dance, a Lord fight? And how does AP.Bren adjust to that? Yeah, they have this lead that's built up over time, but it still seems like they've got to choose their fights correctly. They got to choose the right timings for this. Zyda's dealing with pressure on the other side.
Shizo versus 4. In comes James Banks, helping him. Lancey gets taken down. Now it's a 2v3. Make that a 2. Taken down. TNC win that engagement. AP.Bren, I think they should back off.
Yeah, I don't know why James Banks and Shizo were so keen to get that kill onto Lancy. Zyda's still alive. He'll be unbothered here. TNC should be able to get this, but let's see if AP.Bren can balance it out.
3v4, Lord facing the other way. In comes X, Chuck with the circling eagle, but they do take down Zyda. No rep tree for TNC. The numbers have been equalized. 3v3. Aqua with the stolen Raven Spider. Here comes Lord JM, almost taking down the Mamba. Chaknu out of here. X-Nova gets hit with the CC's curtain call. Another one. Double kill for Benny.
What a scrappy fight. All for the first Lord. It resets, but hey, both teams get something out of it.
Yeah, countered up. Lord JM, great on this Cho, and AP.Bren, I think we're just seeing them being fearless. But add to that, they're calculating a lot of things as well. Yes, they lost James Banks and X-Nova, and it looked like AP.Bren decided to commit that, knowing that, you know what, we can get the pick off into Zyda later on. Let's go ahead and commit this. But then Benny Cutie is 5-1 and 2. The storm is a brewing, and AP.Bren needs to stop this CC.
Here's a Mount Shocker. AP.Bren knows exactly where TNC are. Throwing out that turtle boat. Lord, you're gonna get taken down. Zyda scores. Down bottom, James Pax. Bit of more than he could chew. X-Nova jumping into a whole lot of nothing. 4 members of TNC looking for the punish. X-Nova gonna go down. AP.Bren reeling. Now, Lord JM assassinates Chaknu, but it's not worth it as another one falls. TNC find 3.
Okay, AP.Bren bit off more than they could chew. Now TNC Pro Team with a definitive lead. It is now their game to control, and their lineup, which is a little bit more to our understanding of the current metagame, and well, it's starting to run over AP.Bren over and over again.
What a game, too, once again, for this gold lane CC, now in the hands of Benny Cutie, 6-1 and 4. Looking for more. That Lord does charge in to that bottom turret, but they will go ahead and clear that out after taking the tier 2. So mission accomplished for TNC, at least for now, into that. So one of the big problems that we're seeing, and this was replicated by AP.Bren in the previous game, it's like when you have this CC jumping towards your jungler to zone him out, that seems to be a problem, because AP.Bren's mission in some of these team fights is let's go ahead and try to capture someone, whether that's with a kick, whether that's Aqua jumping in with mostly the Brave Spider, or even X-Nova, or Shizu to an extent. But the problem is James Panks is getting so much pressure. He's either zoned out. Zyda has felt the same. So it's kind of that, it's like who's going to get it worse? Which jungler is going to have to deal with that pressure first?
Yeah, so confirmed it is a full damage assassin Cho, as it is a BOD second item for Lord JM, and he might be on the way to the endless battle. I also love the itemization of Chaknu. He went for the Flask of the Oasis, Enchanted Talisman, and then Oracle. So he's really maximizing not only his own sustainability for himself through the Oracle, but cooldown reduction. That's why TNC Pro Team are willing to take these longer fights. They're getting a lot of shields through the Mathilda to supplement their lineup, which is why things have been getting so scrappy for TNC Pro Team, but they've been shining with it.
And that's the same thing that AP.Bren was doing in the first game, right? Making fights last, faking them out.
Yep.
The Mathilda does that so well. She responds to that so well. That's why TNC are in control. AP.Bren can't pull the same tricks.
Yeah, it's a little bit more of a push and pull from the previous game that we saw, but this time AP.Bren, they really have to choose their targets at the right moment, especially with the Cho, especially with a Khalid, and meanwhile trying to keep James Panks alive. Yes, he's got a million moves, but this time, you know, it seems like TNC has put enough pressure on him to make him fold here. So with this kind of swing in their favor, they're going to be the ones putting the pressure on the jungle, trying to get that space, maintain it for the next 20 seconds.
So top side, you see 3 members of TNC Pro Team trying to open up the map. Even though it is a CC, it is a fighter gold lane, they're still giving it help because they know how important Benny Cutie is to their lineup, who's 6-1 and 4. Lancy does have a Wind of Nature and Skypiercer alongside with him, so he's built for sustainability and a lot of utility. Lancy's going to be the finisher and the guy just trying to hit from afar with everything being so scrappy for TNC Pro Team. That's the stable anchor of TNC.
He's the only marksman in the game.
Yeah, an actual marksman.
Yeah. Look at this too. Aqua's holding on. Finally, a different ultimate here. He's holding on to that circling eagle from the Mathilda.
Oh.
So they're going to start this one up. Keep an eye on positioning here. Lord is about half health.
Lancy already threw out the traction pulse, so I think AP.Bren want to take advantage of that position now. A unique timing. The other side of the wall Lord is facing. down to a fifth of its health.
Good turn.
Xnova buying time. Raging Sandstorm away. James Banks does get it. The I'm offended. Is that enough? Another CC set in by Shizo. They're taking too much damage. James Banks falls. Shadow kill coming in from Zyda. Shizo gets compromised here. He's a little too far off. Split from his teammates. 3 marks.
Lancy.
1-for-1 the trade. Lancy survives. Shizo bites it. Aqua finds him in the back line. Nova trying his darndest. Aqua dealing a lot of damage. Down goes Zyda. Lord JM kicks him into the ground. Aqua running away. Benny Cutie's gonna find him here. Godlike is the storm. Down to a 2v2. Benny Cutie and Chaknu. Lord JM and Xnova. Benny Cutie's unstoppable. He's running away. Relentless. He wants more. Benny. Run, Lord JM, run. The flicker out saves him.
Oh man, this CC is a problem, but AP.Bren might have bought themselves enough time to delay this Lord take a little bit further. But what a team fight that was.
Yeah, Aqua and Chaknu are so locked in. Again, we were just talking about the Mathilda, all of the utility she brings, and all those shields, the guiding winds brought out by Chaknu, the circling eagles to help reposition through guiding winds as well. Perfectly used by TNC. Even late into that fight, Aqua actually took away the circling eagle so that it can help finish off that kill onto Lancy.
Whoa. They're blitzing this Lord. I don't know if AP.Bren knows how low it is. Down to a tenth of its health.
They know.
Oh, they know.
Lord
They're going to have to go.
Spikes up. Mountain Shocker coming in. 3 mark comes in with the bravest fighter as well. Chaknu pulls him out. Lord still standing. Zyda very close to it. James Banks throws out the turtle boat. Lord goes over to James Banks. The steal coming in clutch. But they might get punished here. There's the CC coming in. The Vengeance. Pops the winner crown. The I'm offended by Shizo. They back off. They only lose Lord JM in the process.
Oh, wow. James Banks. I didn't expect him to get that Lord. I think he just got within range at the nick of time. I thought he'd be zoned out. He already committed his traceless to avoid getting hit by the Land Shaker by 3 Mar thrown out early into that fight. But then he was still able to reposition and found a small window to just go in, retreat, and that allows AP.Bren to extend it a little bit longer. But the threat of TNC is still high as AP.Bren cannot use the Lord for anything.
Yeah, the Lord gets some nothing. Essentially, TNC still knocking on the doors of AP.Bren. There's still Lord JM's coming back up. Will they be able to maintain these turrets? Attraction Pulse is thrown out.
Shizo looking for an I'm offended. Finds 3 Mar. The Mount Shocker thinking that they could have layered it. AP.Bren able to push back TNC. I think that was way too much for the cost of Lord JM.
Oh, what are they going to do?
Divine Glaive already on this Kimmy. AP.Bren needs to find Lancy more, because if they keep that Kimmy alive in fights, TNC Pro Team are going to win every fight.
Yeah, and you saw from the last couple fights too how hard it is to get to Lancy or to get to some of these members because of a guiding win or because of the fact that who is going to be the one to jump in to get that Kimmy out. You know, we saw earlier where Lord JM essentially had to put himself in that range, sometimes burn the flicker to make it happen. Yeah, he's got good damage, but essentially if Lord JM doesn't catch someone, he's probably going to die, you know, and that's
sitting duck with an M16.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. That's just the way that this job of an XP lane damage cho is for Lord JM. So as long as TNC protects Lancy or keeps things together, which is so funny because typically you think, all right, protect Benny Cutie, but Benny Cutie is the one on this gold lane CC, and he is a problem. I mean, look how much damage Benny Cutie has done.
100K.
100K.
Yep, CC, he's been making the most out of every Yo-Yo Blitz he tossed out. It's also damage coming out through his Vengeance. And Lord JM, who just built the Malefic Roar, now is going to be a one-hit delete for most of the part for Lancy and Zyda. So, which is why you also see Zyda has had a very difficult game at 1-4-3 because Lord JM has just been hunting this Hayabusa down. If it's not the Hayabusa, it's the Kimmy he's hunting down. But the difference is, Zyda doesn't have that Purify.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, fighting for this buff. James Banks should be able to still get this. Okay. Taken from him? Or
yeah, he did not secure.
Yeah, didn't secure it. But might as well save that Retribution because the Lord's going to be up here in 10. So this is where we see how the position is going to work. Lord JM, is he actually going to go for... Okay, he's not going to go for Lancy. Winter Crown being picked up here by Aqua, too. I think as he holds on to this Circling Eagle, it's perfect for these objective fights. It worked great in the last one.
I love his choice boots. It's rapid boots. So he's able to weave in and out of combat, position himself, and be exactly where AP.Bren needs him to be.
Yeah, something they need. And I hope You have to see Aqua always pick up that guiding wind now because that gives them the backline access that they need to reach that Kimmy.
Okay, we'll see if they can do it. Half health on the Lord right now.
Oh, they're blitzing, they're blitzing.
I think you just go for
Might be
this.
too much. 3-Mar commits the bravest fighter. Mount Chakra by James Banks as TNC obliges. Lord gets pulled out slightly, soft reset.
Oh.
The jump on a Benny Cutie forces
Winter's
out Winter's Crown. Down
Oh.
goes Lord JM, and the rest of TNC collapse. Benny Cutie gets his immortality pop. This might be it. Finally, the shutdown on the Benny
Oh.
Cutie. Shizo coming in, a little bit of shunt, a little bit of CC, and they collapse on the X-Nova. And another CC by Shizo. The shadow kill takes down the Ruby, takes down the Eastern Shin. James Banks bites it. Another one falls, but all that for Benny Cutie, not worth it for AP.Bren.
A perfect fight for TNC to bounce between Winter Crowns, shields, and everything else, immortalities, and they'll go ahead and get ready to march in the base of AP.Bren.
Yeah, good ult there by 3-Mar. He stops the minion wave.
Oh no, it's Aqua versus the world. That's a
it.
turret taken down in mid. Aqua bites it. Ladies and gentlemen, TNC Pro Team, take us all the way.